Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is part two. I'd like to say I've done a lot of 3D engraving, and doing one on a gun stock would scare me or scare anybody. But a couple of insights, especially on this gun stock right here, it's like the hand grip. It most definitely is going to have a little bit of a curve to it, down. My suggestion would, if you have a curve like this, and you bring your focus point, I'm still drawing in yellow, and that's where you would normally focus. But you're going to lose. I don't think it changes this much, but you can look. That's quite a bit of focus different. So if I was going to do it, first of all, especially the one I'm doing it for, I would test that 3D pattern shape on just a scrap piece of wood and run your 3D. And I'm going to talk about how to run it. If I was going to do this gun stock, I would focus right there. So you've got a high and a low. You're kind of like a midpoint. Your laser is going to have some adjustment or some giving, forgiveness. So if you go halfway, that's going to be low and this is going to be high, but it should average out. Now, running this pattern, I already mentioned in the first one, and if you have a red dot pointer, I would make after you've run well, you could actually make your line black now. I would actually put a border around it and maybe even make it, a little thicker to, not that thick, to give it a little bit of uh, feel to it. A little bit of, and I would, this is what I would definitely test out to kind of put that 3D inside. And you could run that later, once your gun doesn't move, you could run that outside later. And you might not need it if you think this looks good. Now, my suggestion on running 3D, and this looks like it's garbage, but it's not. It's a bitmap type product, and that's how it's going to work. My suggestion, after you've run it on wood, and I would use on a scrap piece of wood, and I would use the same settings with a 60-watt laser. I would run this pattern at 100 power at 25 speed. And then I wouldn't move the gun. And then I would run it like at 100 power at 50 speed. And then I would run it 100 power at 70 or 75 speed. What that's going to do, it's going to give you a little bit more detail, but it's also the 25 power is going to give us some pretty good char. The 50 is going to take some of that away. The 70 or 75 is going to take some of that away. And then that way, if you like it, you could, now it takes a lot of time. Of course, this isn't a big item. It's only, 3 inches. It's going to take a lot of running, and then you could run the 70 again or run it up to 80 or 90 speed. And it's just going to kind of keep it clean. And then I think if you don't like the way the border looks, just move that out of the way and move this into your spot and engrave this border at whatever you think, at 100 power 50 speed or 100 power 70 speed, just to give you a little bit of depth. That's only a suggestion. But Mike, the one I'm doing it for, I'm going to send you this file so you don't have to go to Epilogue. But they have quite a bit of stuff on their sample page. It's pretty cool. Hopefully they'll send because it's such a big file. I mean, that page is 23. You could actually, I might even try, because you don't need that whole thing, because you can always go to the sample club. I'm going to intersect this, and now you have a lot smaller file to send, but you got plenty if you need it bigger later. I would not reduce it. I would not do this, because the 3D is going to look best probably at this volume. Anyway, so only on the last word is test, test, test. Run that red dot pointer. Make sure you like it. Of course, it's going to be a new stock. You're not running over this, but you want it somewhat symmetrical. And, you know, I can't tell if the new gun is curved here or what, but, you know, kind of curve that line. And I want a picture when you're done. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.